Shalom, Barak Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Kakadash. All praises and glories definitely do, especially in the times we're living in. Much respects to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and to all the brothers out there doing the work. I say Shalom. All right. We're going to title this, The Lord Hath Set a Bounds that He May Not Pass. All right. That He cannot go over. Who are we talking about? The wicked. You're talking about Esau. Okay, Edom. All right. Which means red. Okay. But in 1681, they put into law to call themselves white. All right. So he has many titles, besides being the wicked, which is, that's his purpose. The Lord created him to do the evil and wickedness that he has done on this earth. All right. It was for the purpose of the Lord. All right. And there are many angles and understandings in looking at this. All right. For example, we, the Israelites, could not learn what wickedness was. You can't learn that inside of a classroom. You have to see it and experience it for yourself. You have to go through it. You have to go through the fire. All right? Because again, all things are not learned inside a classroom. All right? And there are many other angles. But the point being, again, everything is clear in the scriptures. All right? Most Israelites walking around calling themselves Israelite, giving themselves Hebrew names, don't even understand the scriptures, all right? Outside of the elders, all right? And those who, are truly, supping with the Lord, all right? So, anyway, let's get into this lesson here, all right? I don't want to make this lesson too long and be right to the point. All right. So we'll get into, a little bit of Esau and stuff. But let's start with this because the title, comes from this. All right. Seeing his days are determined. You see that? All right. We're going to look that word up. Determined. All right. The number of his months are with thee. Okay? With who? The Most High. All right? Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Thou has appointed his bounds. See that? That's talking about boundaries. All right? We're going to look that word up for you. All right? That he cannot pass. So we're going to look up determine, appointed, and boundary. We're going to look that up, that he cannot pass. In other words, he's limited, people, to what he can do, his role as the wicked. You understand that? Okay? His number of months, meaning his time. And there are different seasons here, people. All right? An example of different seasons, we go here. Let's see here. Escalatius, the 3rd chapter. All right? What does it say here? To everything there is a season. See that? All right? A time to every purpose under heaven. Right? Are we under heaven? Yes, we are. All right? Here's an example. And again, this is also an example of what? This is going to be an example of balance. And the Lord is about a balance. He killeth, he maketh alive. Right? That's a balance. Okay? Isaiah 45:7. All right? I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do these things. I, the Lord Yahweh, in capital letters, do these things. See that? Are those things out of balance? Are those not contrasting spectrums? You know, light, darkness, all right? Peace, evil. Yes, they are. And the Lord creates it. He created Esau. What does it say in Proverbs 16:4? The Lord maketh all things unto himself, even the wicked for the day of evil. You understand that, people? You get the point? All right? All right. Let's continue here with further examples. A time, all right? There's a time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. You see that? That's balance, right? He's giving you the two spectrum. The Lord is telling you there's a season for everything, and he controls it. He controls the seasons. He controls it all. He controls the left and the right. So he controls the wicked and the righteous. All right? A time to kill, a time to heal, a time to break down, a time to build up, a time to weep, a time to laugh, a time to mourn, a time to dance. All right, I believe you people get the point, okay? So scroll down here, all right? A time to love, a time to hate. You see that? And yes, the Lord does hate. Does it not say, you know, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated? Yes, it does. All right? So you people out there have all been, you know, brainwashed to think that the Lord is all love. No. And wisdom and knowledge and understanding of the Lord doesn't start with love. It starts with fear. Fear of the Lord. Okay? See, so a time to love, a time to hate, a time of war, and a time of peace. What time are you living in? Do you know the time you are living in? Okay? Do you realize the time you're living in? You're living in the time of judgment. Okay? Judgment is being put forth on the earth. All right? Do you understand that? And look, basically, the Lord is coming back to do two things. All right? He's coming back to, again, redeem and beam up his elect. And that elect are the spirits that were first created. Okay? Those first spirits that were created, that were chosen, sanctified. It was decreed, it was ordained that they would have this blessing and that they would get forgiveness from Yahushua. Because again, ultimately, it's through grace, by faith that ye are saved, Ephesians 2:8. By the grace of Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, that ye are saved. You understand? Your works do count for something, okay? Because that's in the scriptures. But ultimately, it's by the grace and mercies of the Most High and the Son. You understand? All right? All right. I believe you people get the point there. All right? Let me give you a precept to Job 14:5 about the boundaries. All right? And then I'll take you to those definitions that I said I'll take you to. Let's see here. We'll go to Psalms. All right. Psalms 104 and 9, I believe. Thou hast set a bound that they may not pass over. Do you see that? Okay? Do you see it, people? Okay? That they turn not again to cover the earth. Who? The Edomites, the white man. You understand that? And they're not. You understand that, everything is prophecy. Okay? Do you understand what prophecy is? All right? Let's go to Isaiah 46:10. All right? See this? Declaring the end from the beginning. The beginning of what? The foundation of the world, before the world began. That's when those spirits, were blessed. Okay? Those spirits were sanctified. Okay? And ordained with this blessing as spirits. You understand that? And those spirits have been coming on the earth many times over the centuries. Okay? And those spirits are all Israelites. Now, is it talking about all of Israel? No, because it clearly tells you certain persons or individuals amongst Israel were chosen, were sanctified, and ordained, okay? All right, to come into this truth, to be awakened, and, preach the word. And, and that'll start with our elders. You understand? All the way on down. All right? So, declaring the end from the beginning. All right? So you understand, before the foundation, and this is the Lord. All right? He envisioned everything before it was ever put into book form. Because first, he envisioned everything, he prophesied it, and then it was given unto the angels to give unto the prophets. And the prophets wrote them, okay, on tables, and eventually, on scrolls, paper, and eventually gets into book form, all right? So, and from the ancient times, you see this? From the ancient times, the things that are not yet done. What is that? That's prophesying. That's what prophecy is. Saying, my counsel shall stand and I will do all my pleasure. See, you're just living out prophecy. Esau's beginnings and his endings are all here in the scriptures. Just as is the Israelite. And everything is about Jacob and Esau. Okay? All right? This whole thing is all about it. Okay? A birthright that he sold, that he didn't get, he was never intended to get, that we got, and of course him trying to create his own birthright, to try and make himself be some type of mortal, God here on the earth. And that's what he's played here. And again, he's opposed to the God power. All right? But he was created to be that. All right? All right. We'll end this here. We'll be right back with part 2. We'll get into those definitions of those words. All right? Shalom. We'll be right back with part 2.